843 TV, where the Lowcountry comes to speak.
.843 TV,
where communities come to speak.
Welcome to 843 TV. We are here with Beaufort County, and we're going to be talking to some very important folks to share with us a lot of good information that we need to know as residents. Ebony Sanders is our first guest, and she's the Beaufort County Assessor. Thanks for having us today.
Thanks for inviting me. I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, well, as I was saying, I will see your emails and information, but I actually don't even know what happens in this role. So let's first talk about you. Tell us a brief snippet about your background.
Well, I've been in taxation for 30 years. This is my second jurisdiction. I've worked in Hampton. I'm in that assessor's office, so I'm familiar with the real property taxation side of it. And I've been the county assessor in January. It'll be 7 years.
Wow, that's quite a long time. That's great. So let's talk about what does the county assessor do? What is the role? And we'll just sort of break it down.
Well, to make it simple, the county assessor's office, what we do is for real property, anything regarding real property. We do not do personal property, and we do not issue the bills itself. But think about real property. We value and we assess real property.
Now, when you say real property, tell us what that is. That's homes. What is that exactly?
You are correct. It's home, the dirt. Think of
the dirt, the land that's on it. Yes.
Yes, and mobile homes. We do commercial. Real property, which would be the structure and the dirt underneath, condominiums. We do not do manufactured homes, but we do businesses as well. So think of brick and dirt.
Okay, that's a great way to talk about it. So when you assess it, what does that mean? What are you doing?
Well, by law, all properties have to be assessed. And what we have to do is to come up with or determine the fair market value of properties. Okay. Now, we don't do that every year for all properties, but our office is to maintain the valuations to value and appraise all properties in our jurisdiction.
In the county of Beaufort.
That is correct.
Okay. So, for example, if you're buying a house, as we just did, and being assessed and so forth, that would just kind of sort of fall into what you all do, right?
Yeah, correct. Keep in mind that with taxation, to create a tax bill, it starts with our office.
Right, okay.
And that's where it starts. And sometimes our office is misunderstood, but it's very important because our office oversees the valuations of all the properties in Beaufort County, which actually has a total market value of about $79 billion.
Wow, that's neat. No, that's kind of a neat number to know, yeah.
Yes, and so that valuation, and when we come up with the values, it's so that we can get the services that all the citizens need to eventually get to a tax bill so Beaufort County can provide the library service that you enjoy and the ambulance services that you enjoy.
So the lovely tax bill, those are about to come out soon, correct?
Correct. From what I understand from the auditor and the treasurer's office, and they have something on their website, that they'll be issued. They're in the mail, if I'm not mistaken.
So talk about this 4% assessment, that legal residency, that special assessment. What does that mean?
I'm glad you asked that question. That's a tax benefit, is an exemption that is state law driven. If your property is your primary residence and you claim and you own and occupy it, you can apply for this exemption through our office. So what the exemption does is it helps the taxpayer reduce their tax liability on their real property. So there's information on our website that can show you how you can walk you. I'm sorry, I got to redo that. There's information on our website that can step you through the process and the documents that are required for the actual exemption.
So if someone buys a second, say they have a home and they buy a second home, only one can get the 4%. That has to be the one they're actually living in.
Yes, under most circumstances, you are correct. So you cannot have the legal residency or special exemption on any other properties. It has to be on the sole one that you're claiming as your primary residence, and you can only get it on one. So you are correct.
So, for example, in Beaufort County, a lot of folks have rental properties. So that second property that they claim as a rental would be a higher tax assessment.
You are
What
correct.
is that assessment compared to the 4%?
You are correct. Good observation. Second homes and rental properties, that's not your primary residence, do not qualify for this exemption. So they pay at a 6% rate. But keep in mind, it's also the taxpayers is paying a higher millage rate. So it's more than a 2% difference. So that's
okay.
why I would encourage our taxpayers to go on our website and learn more about the legal residency process, but also what actual benefits are there for that taxpayer for their properties.
You mentioned millage rates, but we're going to have to take a quick break because we're out of time for this segment. But there's lots to learn. So stay right here. We'll be back with more 843 TV.